Buddy to the culture shock. Oh, come back.
He said, "Sight."
Ready? You gonna edit it out? All right. Welcome everybody to the Culture Shock podcast. We back. We in a new studio. It's Pat Bayless, my co-host Steele Moo,
Let's go.
Taya, and our
Alyssa.
special guest Alyssa. And we in the new studio. I'm happy to say, and shout out to Ben Bad Time, for putting this studio together. It's beautiful. It's a great scenery. It's very chill, laid back. So
Yes,
today,
sir.
you
Yeah,
know,
it's
I'm
real
just happy
nice.
to be here. So Alyssa, what's up? First and foremost, what's up with you?
What's up? Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
You are
Appreciate the
welcome.
opportunity.
I know y'all happy to be back. It's
All
been
right,
too
listen.
long of a wait. I
It's
ain't
been
gonna
too
lie.
long.
It's
I
been
rolled
way
my
too
first
long of a wait.
episode, and then what happened?
I know. It was a little wild.
Let's
We
get it
all right
rolling.
though. We good. But today we're gonna talk about something that I feel like is huge in society: the thought process of love and lust. A lot of people kind of get it confused. A lot of people think, "Oh, I love him or I love her," and they really just lusting.
All right, before we get
Mhm.
there, let's not make it seem like we wasn't doing that while we were on the break. As far as the physical video podcast, we were still putting in some
Yeah,
work.
we
Yeah.
still, exactly.
You
Nah,
know,
for sure.
you know.
Yeah,
For sure. For sure. For sure.
So we not lazy.
Mm-mm.
We not lazy.
No. But, you know, with that topic being said, I know everybody kind of been in that situation where we think we love somebody and we really lusting for them or
Mhm.
opposite, you know what I'm saying? So, first thing I want to ask all y'all, have y'all ever been in love?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Why?
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask you first. Why did you feel like you was in love?
Why did I feel like I was in love?
Yeah.
Because for the first time, I felt like it was actually important for me to consider somebody else's feelings over my own. Not necessarily always over my own, but in certain situations with certain decisions.
Okay. What about you, Alyssa?
I'm not gonna lie. I think love is a feeling, and I think that it is ever changing and ever growing. And I think that I've been in love multiple times, and I think that I will be in love in the future, probably with somebody else. So I don't think that love is something that can't go away, or something that's non-changing.
Okay. Moo?
I think for us it's different because we kind of feel it versus I guess like something happening. So like when you get a joint, especially from men, you just know like, all right, you're gonna treat this one different
For
based
sure.
off of whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why it's like that with us, so I can't really pinpoint. But I do know that you're willing to, I guess, to do more in the sense of like, hey, I never done this before, or like I don't talk to this girl anymore. So those kind of things, I think you make like small efforts to see if that's reciprocated
So,
based off of your past, and that person not necessarily may know, but
Right.
I do think for us it's just based off of an immediate feeling. Like we know, like when we see a girl or meet
Mhm.
a girl, we know like, oh, if I'm just gonna fuck her, or if I'm gonna try to take her out and build a relationship with her.
yeah. And I want to piggyback off that because I feel like for women, a lot of the times they not the aggressor, really the aggressor. So we constantly chasing after chasing. So when we really do chase and we really find that one, it kind of I feel like it hit different because we be chasing so much. And I feel like for them all day long, you got people in their DM. They go to the store, they look good, people approaching them. For the most part, so they always getting chased. So for them, I feel like love is a little bit. I wouldn't say it's different, but it comes in a different way. For us, it's like when we really know, we like, nah, we chased, and now it's hitting different. Than rather we just chase. We got to know them. We did what we did, like because let's be honest,
It's
most
natural.
men that's the first thing we thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
We meet a woman, we looking at her, and we thinking about we think about fucking, we think about doing all that. We not really thinking, oh my god, this shit, her personality fire. No, we not. But when we start to get to know them, then we like, oh damn,
Nah, that's not
alright.
true.
You know what I'm saying? You don't think so?
Nah. I think when you like really a personality person like I am,
Mm-hmm.
like when you really connect with somebody, you just feel it. Like,
Yeah, but that's the first
I
thought.
think this girl mad fun.
Nah, but that's the first thought you thinking of when you see somebody beautiful.
Nah, not when you see them.
That's
but
what I'm saying.
When you
I'm saying
speak
first.
to them,
I'm saying first view before
oh yeah,
you speak.
when it's
first
all
view.
physical.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. But yeah, I would definitely say that. With y'all, how did like you guys being in love? You say you've been in love before. How did it end? Like, was it hard, or was it just like some shit where
I'm being honest.
you had to get up under something to
Man.
get over it?
I thought it was the end of the freaking world. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. But that is the thing about love. It's going to happen again, realistically. So, like, now, at this point in my life, if that happened now,
Mhm.
would I feel like it was the end of the world? No. I'd be like,
You don't ever question, is it lust? Like you don't
Of
ever
course.
question, damn, was I just lusting for him and I thought I love him,
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
down the line, am I really gonna love somebody more? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is love really gonna hit different with somebody else?
I
And
guess
I
it's really
really
like
might be
perspective
lusting,
based.
right?
Yeah, it's really how you viewed what you were in with that person, whatever. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was kind of like, I feel like I had a person, right, who taught me the definition of love, and like what you said, loving a person outside of yourself. Never necessarily was the first person to do that to somebody else that wasn't my immediate family.
Mm-hmm.
So when I lost that person, it definitely did feel like the end of the world, because it felt like I wouldn't ever have another person that would love me in that sense.
Right.
But like she said, that's not true, because from that relationship, I've had more relationships where I've been quote unquote in love.
So you say you love harder rather than
Yeah, I feel like love is just something that, like, your definition of it will change with time. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
great point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
It's all
great point.
perspective based.
That's a great point. You have anything to add to that, Mo?
Nah, I just like why do y'all say that?
What do you mean?
Why do I say that love is something that changes with time?
Yeah.
Because today I might, right, in this year, I might feel like love is, let's say, about money or somebody pouring into my cup in that sense, and financially providing for me. But in 10 years from now, I could feel completely different.
Yeah, think of it this way: when you was
I
16
feel
and
like
in
that's
love,
more of a
did you look
thought.
for the same thing?
Nah, but I feel like that's more
No.
of a thought. I feel like love is the same thing. So if I love money and I love a person, it's the next thing right under unconditional. Like I may risk or sacrifice XYZ for this person or for this X amount of money. So I feel like love. I feel like love is an ongoing thing. Like people can change your like thought process about it, but I feel like the goal of love stays the same. Like you almost want to
Yeah.
be
Like
in
the
the same.
I
feeling
think
of
the
love.
perspective
Right.
is how you, what you're looking for when you're in love is what changes.
Right, because you still want to almost be at that area where it's unconditional, something you don't have to worry about. That's that
Yeah.
safe protection. So sometimes money doesn't necessarily make you feel that way. It's just
But
the thought of it because you can get it, you can obtain it. But if you don't have it, or if I gave you lesser, if I gave you $20, would it make you feel the same way as $100 bill?
so
It just
ready, if you're saying that love should be unconditional, right? Should I unconditionally love a person that has multiple times put me in harm's way? Eventually, I'm going to lose love for that person, because love is a feeling. Love is for the moment. You know what
right.
I'm saying? Love might be unconditional. It might last your entire lifetime with a person. But most times,
love isn't really unconditional.
I was
You know
gonna
what I'm
ask
saying?
You
that
really
question.
say it?
I
Like,
was
you
gonna
really think
ask
about
that
it? Love
question.
isn't unconditional. Because should I love you if you're whooping my ass every day?
But
Right,
I
got a
but
shouldn't.
question.
I
are
shouldn't.
making
Hold
you
on,
guys
hold
are
on.
making up situations
Yeah.
in the sense of if I am just being honest, the answer would be to leave while you're in the situation.
It's not always that simple for people.
I
But
understand that, so that's why I said the closest thing to love is unconditional, right? So it's not gonna be unconditional. Everything now, especially if you're an adult, you went through experiences. It's conditional. You understand what you want, what it feels like, what you need. So it's not unconditional. You're not gonna love this person no matter what. This person definitely has to do X, Y, Z in order to keep that fire burning. So I do understand that, but you want love to feel like that. The
Yeah, you
closest
want it
thing
to
to
feel. I see what you're
unconditional
saying.
to where you're worryless and you can pour into your partner or whatever thing you're pouring into just with passion unlimitedly, things like that. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
so my
absolutely.
question is, because I hear it a lot, especially women, the man woman thing. Can women love men unconditionally?
If I'm being honest, I don't think anybody can necessarily love anybody unconditionally. Think about it. When you start dating, for the most part, as an adult, you're dating with a purpose. So you're dating already with a predisposed notion as to what you're looking for. You already decided, okay, this is what I'm willing to accept. This is what I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So what it really depends on what your definition of unconditional is.
Well, if they broke,
If they're broke, I have.
Right. Me too, multiple times. And it's like, with experience and with time, dating multiple people, over time you realize that love actually isn't unconditional, because
mm-hmm.
how can I love you when it's not about being broke? You could support a man while he's going through his struggle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
Absolutely.
like,
What is he doing to get
you know-
himself out of that?
Right. Am I helping a person that doesn't want to help themselves?
Yes. Or am I just taking care of somebody else's child?
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I'm
right.
not here to be a mother. I'm not here to raise you. I'm here to be a partner in your life.
Right.
So I don't mind pouring into you if it means it's going to get you ahead.
nah, that's very true.
That is very true. That is very true.
It's
I
like
didn't
the
think of
second
it
you
like
stop
that,
pouring
so.
into my cup, I'm going to stop pouring into
Women
yours.
have that more than us.
Right, they
so
do.
You guys are more unconditional based than We are. That's why
Everything you
low-key-
kind of do is with emotion.
It's true.
Like women do a lot of
Niggas
shit
are
with
more
emotion.
like logic based, of course.
Y'all will emotionally
No.
cheat on us before y'all will
Definitely
physically
not
cheat on us.
logic-based.
You feel what I'm saying? Like your
To a degree.
emotion.
That's true.
To a degree.
But you will also emotionally get cheated on multiple times and stay with a person. So,
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
She said
So do you
logic-based.
find it? I say it in this way. It's gonna sound weird, this question, but do you find it more fun when you're lusting, or you find it like more fun when you're in love? Like, what process do you find more exciting
I
and
found that
more like
Lust has created
completely-
nothing but chaos when it's in my
For sure.
environment.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah. And I'm at an age where I don't need any extra stress when I already have the financial burdens that I have. That's what I need to be focusing on, not
Right.
creating chaos for some fun for a
Right.
period of time.
When you're speaking about love, I don't think that love necessarily always entails fun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like if I'm saying what's more fun, I would say lust. But it's like, is that necessarily the
What
best
you need
decision?
Best
exactly. It's
option.
the same
The best
concept. It's like
option.
they say it in your when you're getting married, through thick and thin. It's not always gonna
Right.
be fun.
Right.
Can you handle when it's not fun though? If
Mhm.
you can,
For
then
richer
you
or for
need not-
poor? I'm thinking on some for richer, for richer.
Do you think men? It's kind of a weird way, but do you think men and women should date their equal? And when I say the equal, I don't mean equal personality. It's kind of mean to say, but
You talking about financially?
sometimes it could be
I feel
financial
like
looks,
that's-
but sometimes women, quote unquote, they can say is out of somebody's league, right?
Mhm.
So some men don't know how to date a pretty girl, like a girl that's. There's a lot of things that there's a price
Right,
to pay when
right.
you date somebody that's
Right.
good
Yeah.
looking. There is a price to pay.
Yeah.
Obviously, they gotta do their job, right? And it could be a good looking man as well. There's a price to pay for both
Mhm.
sides. You know what I'm saying? So, do you think that people should, quote unquote, date their equal?
I feel like should is a strong word. However, I think that people should, if they should do anything, it's date people that they can handle dating.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to date a fire joint, do that, but be prepared for what comes with that. Don't act like you didn't know what came with that beforehand. When you knew why you approached her, you knew what it was,
Mhm.
Right.
and then now it's an issue later on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say in terms of dating your equal, I think that everybody has autonomy and free will and you could do whatever you want, but I think that you always end up with your equal. And I say that
Okay.
because you usually end up with a person within proximity to you when it comes to
Hence
financial
the soulmate.
status, when it comes to looks, you know what I'm saying? You usually
True.
attract what you are. So it's just like
They say that feels
the
like
end of
that's
the-
my other person for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's very
Mo
interesting.
really think. What do you think, Mo? You think you should date your equal?
Nah, I don't look at it like that because then there's always things to compare.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you base it off of things that are less to be, what kind of English is that? If you base it off of things that are lesser on the scale of importance and flexibility and can change like at any given time, you can lose your job and your income and things like that. So I feel like if you base it off personality, experiences, things that you like to do together, you always have an opportunity to grow. But more importantly, you understand how it feels to do those same things when you have money, when you don't have money, when you have a house, when you don't have a house, when you have children, when you don't have children. So I think the best way is just to build internally, but it's based off of if you like to go for walks, make sure you go for walks, even if you have money or not, bike ride, whatever you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the most important thing. And then the money and stuff like that comes later because I don't want to say goal, but at a time of my life, I want to be a stay-at-home dad. But I do work and hustle my own basketball business and stuff. So like I be like setting myself up for that. But at a certain point, I want to experience what it's like just to put my all into something that I love and just one thing. So I feel like if you could do that with your fiance, your wife, your girlfriend before you have any other responsibilities, then whenever you gain more responsibilities, then it should be a lot easier to still go for those walks through hard times, even when the bills is late and shit like that. So I don't really know about that equal shit because you don't always get an opportunity to continue to make the same amount of money, especially if the equal part is more financially than anything.
Right.
So I think you base it off of things that are less likely to change, personalities, things that you like, shit like that.
Yeah, Tay and Alyssa, y'all ever dated somebody that was broke that tried to dictate y'all moves?
Yes.
Yes.
on a day-to-day basis?
Yes.
Give me a story. We don't gotta say the man's name, but give me a story
You
on
want to go first?
some wild shit
Should I?
that
you
somebody that ain't
feel
make no
free.
bread tried to
Also-
tell you gotta do.
Put it in perspective as far as like the level of maturity and the age of the fellow as well.
Right.
Okay. You want to know the level of maturity, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I have a pretty fucked up past. I was about
Talk your
14 when
shit.
I met him,
Oh,
and
boy.
he was 24.
That
yeah.
man's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know if we could talk about
No, we could
We
definitely
might get
talk.
some.
We could definitely talk about this.
Go ahead.
3 years went on. I was in a relationship with this person, right?
Mm.
But I never. This person was homeless, living out of his car, going through multiple legal issues, going through things that my young brain couldn't even handle at the time, and I felt like I was completely engulfed and in love with this person,
Right.
and I did anything this person asked of me.
at 14.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now that's tough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. So, being that I went through so much shit at a young age, it's just like the amount that I'm willing to tolerate now from a man
Yeah.
is you know, it's
Slim.
They gotta come to you correct then.
It's slim.
Yeah.
They gotta come to you correct.
Yeah, most definitely.
Pretty
Especially now
much.
that I'm a mother, I have a child. So
Mm-hmm. What about you, Tay?
Gotta
Yes.
come
Yes, I
right.
have.
Come on, Tay.
Few
Give me
times.
something juicy. Give me something good.
He was older, of course.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
How much older?
Um,
How
a
old
couple
were
of
you?
years. A couple of years. I was. How old was I? I feel like it makes it a
21.
little. You know what? I'm gonna skip the age because
No,
I feel
no,
like
no,
it-
no. How old were you?
I just aired mine out.
Yeah,
Mine's
send
you
that.
can't get no
Send
worse
that
than
How old
mine.
were you?
All right. I was like 18.
Okay, legal.
No, she was not 18 then.
I was 17, 18. No,
Alright.
17
How
when we
was
started.
he?
Yeah, he was like 20, 21.
That's not that bad.
That's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not
It's
right,
just a
but
little
listen,
obvious.
It's
I
not
have to
bad at
just
all.
make a very small PSA.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
To me, as you grow from 18 to 21 is different. The levels, not only the pussy that you should be getting,
Right.
but just the conversation. So at 21, you fucking with a girl that gotta go to school, high school.
Mm-hmm.
The
Or even first year of
responsibilities is
college.
different.
Right.
Yeah.
So even if you in college and not, your responsibility is different. You could
Right.
even be living at home, but you got things to do. Not to say the kid in high school don't got necessary things to do, but
Yeah, conversation
it's
should
more
be
of
different.
routine. So to me, all of that shit is, I forgot what level of like predatory molestation that is. I forgot.
Oh my
I
goodness.
Yo,
I was
I forgot
17.
the
I
name.
turned.
Statutory?
Yeah, I think that's the name
It
of
was
that
the
shit.
end of my
Somebody
senior
call
year into
911,
my first
Caboose.
year of
Especially in the
college.
Rat
black
him out.
community, y'all gotta chill
Uh-huh.
out doing stuff like that, man. Once you
Listen.
reach the age of 17, 18,
We know
all
a
your
couple people
joints
that
should
do
be
that
17,
shit. I ain't
18
gonna
and
lie.
older.
I know a
when
couple
you
people
are
went to school that
21
do
and
that shit.
over, that's the
Mm-mm.
rules.
Shit weird.
21 and over, bend her over.
Listen.
Okay.
If she
Okay.
is not 21 and over, you should not be bending her over,
Right.
man. It's very
No,
A
simple.
lot of them,
respectfully.
a lot of them be
What are y'all
saying
niggas
if
doing,
she
man?
could cross the road,
He
she
was
get
my
hit.
best
That's
friend.
what the sicko say. I ain't gonna lie. That's what
Y'all
someone
lucky.
sicko told me.
Whoa.
Mhm.
I know. I'm about to start calling the police on y'all niggas.
Right.
Okay.
For real. Dead ass.
Niggas gonna
Dead
be
ass.
hot.
Listen.
So what they do,
But
Tay?
nah, keep going. Sorry
Yeah,
about
Tay,
that.
And
what they do?
what they do. Yeah, I was like 17, 18, you know, coming out of high school, going
Mhm.
to college. I started going to parties. That's when it all
Mhm.
started, you know.
Okay.
Started going to party. Yeah, I started having a real good time because his friends was getting into like DJing and throwing parties and
Mhm.
all that stuff. And let me tell you how he was not going for that. He wasn't. We were best friends first, so I guess
How long?
we were best friends for like years. Like we after school, he picked me up from school. We go play basketball together with our other friend, like best
Okay.
friends. Like
Mhm.
You was rebounding or you was shooting?
I wasn't
Tay
doing
can't
nothing. I
shoot.
was just,
Yeah,
you know,
chill
that
out.
was just my best friend. I don't know. That was just my guy best friend.
So he
Like,
was taking you there just so you could watch him shoot around?
nah, we would play together.
Yeah, so you
Yeah,
was
yeah.
rebounding and passing and shooting
Yeah.
and shit. Alright, that's what's
Yeah,
up.
you know what I'm saying? We was all playing together. It was a
Dragging
little
that
group of
wagon.
us. We go play
Mhm.
together. And then, you know, somewhere along the lines, feelings got involved from one end and, you know.
Mhm.
And he, once, I'd say like 4 months and just about when I graduated and started going to these parties,
Then
it was almost like a completely different person. It was a
yeah.
completely different person.
That's because he
Can't
started
trust-
clapping them
Yeah.
cheeks.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's not only that. Everybody else done saw her. Now everybody else want a piece. So He was.
Yeah, but that would
he
be the
was-
case regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm
Yeah,
not trying to like
but you
gas
wasn't
myself. But
outside,
you know what I'm
but
saying?
She
said
yeah.
that
It
would be
was.
the case.
It was
But
gonna
you
be the
wasn't
case
outside.
regardless.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
like,
You outside. A lot of motherfuckers when they
Yeah.
insecure. I mean, I would even say I don't care saying it. Like there was a point in my life where I got with somebody that they gave me reason, but I got to a point where I was like, man, every time they went out, I had a pit in my stomach. Like
mhm.
that ain't none of that. Is not a good feeling to feel as a man,
How many
woman,
times
whatever.
did you feel
He went
that
out a
time?
lot
But
with
as
me
a
though.
man, you
Huh?
don't then try to control your woman. You
Yeah.
simply
Not for
leave
sure,
the
but
relationship.
you know what it is.
How many times
too?
you feel that way with different women?
Not many times, but the reason I felt that way with that person is because I cared about that person, and the reason I also felt like that is because when I was younger, I did a little bit of shiesty shit, so I already knew
You was
the game.
projecting.
I knew the game, so I understood what happened when you go outside, what they gonna do, and if they ain't them, you know, they
So all
gonna do
those-
what they
Stand
gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
All
So,
those girls were nurses.
But I feel like that comes down to what, if you trust that
Stereotype is
person.
only one's
crazy.
not,
I
but it's
know.
okay.
That's crazy.
But if you don't trust that person, you really should just not be
You're
with
right.
them.
You're
Like,
right. You're right. But what you say earlier, you get in too deep, right? And then you trying to maneuver. Listen,
Yeah,
everybody's been in
sure.
that situation.
Yeah,
we
sure.
all been in that situation where
Nah,
we
yeah,
know it's not
innocent.
right,
Mm-hmm.
and then motherfuckers see it's not right, and you keep making them excuses why I'm staying. I'm staying because
Yeah, because of this,
potential. I'm
that, and the
staying
third.
because of that.
I
And
see
then-
could,
this.
it
I
could,
see
it
it.
Right,
could.
come on.
It
So
should,
where's
it
the
should,
what
it
if?
should.
That what if gonna get your ass every
Mhm.
time. Every time.
Yeah, until one day you break and that's it.
Yeah, you're
but-
not wrong.
Yeah, I feel like for women, it's gotta be tough if a man is controlling, cause y'all just put on an outfit and y'all look good. Especially if you pretty, y'all just can put on some shit and y'all good.
I feel
You
like
know
at
what
a
I'm saying?
certain age
Like-
though, if you could point that out in that man beforehand, because then he gonna
Yeah.
show it.
And
You don't
that's-
continue with that
right.
just because you like him.
Right.
Have
You
you
know what
ever
I'm saying?
experienced anything empowering or building or something that was like maybe you thought was like too good to be true or you were scared of or something you was like, dang, I messed that up? Or right now, because you guys
No.
are so young, you're
In
just
terms of being with
experienced.
another person?
Yeah. Or you're
Oh
just
yeah, most
experienced.
definitely. My first love wanted to essentially make me his girl, and I was too busy doing things I shouldn't have.
What was
being,
you doing?
being promiscuous on social
Okay.
media. You know what I'm saying? Go on little breaks. I'd be talking to other guys, doing what I
Yeah.
do. And it got to a point where you couldn't take it anymore. And through our 3 to 5 years that we had known each other and were fucking with each other, he was getting his life together the whole time. We met in school.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up, now he's going away to a 4-year college. And he's living on campus.
Shit.
And he's
Doing his thing.
read it
Mhm.
up, just got a new car, new Audi, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He about to
Talk your shit.
Yeah, he got his money. He about to
Mhm.
move. Talking about moving away to Hawaii.
So you kicking
and he
yourself.
wanted whole time wanted to take me with him.
That one hurt.
That one stung.
See, I
That
had
one
somebody
hurt.
that felt like it was too good to be true, but then like ended up being too good to be true.
Right.
Like I wasn't the one that was like that messed up. But
Mhm.
at first it was heaven. It was everything I was looking for. It seemed
Right.
absolutely perfect. It was the last person I was dealing with. Well, not the last, the one before that actually. And it felt amazing at first. It was everything I thought I was looking for.
What was
till
the
I
best
realized it
part?
wasn't. I felt like he understood me. I felt like there were certain things I just didn't have to tell him. He just got it.
That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That,
Like,
I
you
think
know what I
that's
mean?
huge for a female. Like
Yeah.
because we're so emotional, and we're such mental creatures. Like I
For
think
sure.
you need to have that emotional connection. That,
Right.
That
And
you can
yeah.
finish my sentence connection. you know what I'm
exactly, like your
saying?
best friend, like for real. Unconditionally. I know if anything, I can go to you for anything.
Right. I'm about to break somebody's heart right now, probably in one of y'all phones. But how many? Because I know y'all some savages sometimes. So how many men do you think you could juggle at one time?
I'm sorry, I can't juggle more than one. And here's why, because
Oh,
these
here
days
she
y'all are
goes.
too emotional. I cannot
She
deal with the
lying. She
lying.
whining.
We don't do that on a Coach Shop podcast. We don't lie. So when
Listen,
you want to give me a real
I'm
number,
not lying. I'm not lying. Let's talk about it. In this day and age, men can be
All right.
very, very emotional.
And
Listen,
I
about
agree
to give
with
a real
you.
number because I heard her say,
Listen.
"All right."
Listen, I agree
ahead.
with you to an extent because you know who I'm fucking around with right now, and I've only been really fucking around with one person, right? But it's like at the
Damn,
end,
Jimmy.
at the
And-
end, not really, not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I'll be weak if I got the name right. Yeah.
Jimmy is crazy.
Yeah,
yo.
Jimmy is wild. I don't know
slow
who
down,
Jimmy
slow
is.
down. But I will say that as females, right? You guys ever heard of like the saying or the stigma that women when they're in a relationship they always have a backup?
Of course.
It's because women
shit true,
women
though.
from the beginning of time, right, have to use our mental, right, to get our resources met, to get our needs met, right?
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna necessarily say that I juggle multiple men at once and I'm entertaining men all day, every day because I have a life of my own.
Right.
But I will say that each man has a purpose. I will say that I have multiple men in my life that serve a certain purpose for me.
I was gonna say I wouldn't say I've never done it before. I'm saying from doing
I
it
want to know how
before.
many you done before. Like how many at one time?
The number count is crazy.
Number count. Like I need something like.
Number count.
But do you
Like, what do you mean in terms of juggling them? Like, just
I mean,
speaking?
listen.
Like, just dealing with them, or are we talking,
I'm
like,
putting myself
sleeping
a little
with
bit
them?
out there right now, but
in order to
I've
juggle,
had, like,
gotta be 3 or more.
a separate life before from somebody. Like I juggle
Okay.
two,
Then I
three.
can't say 3.
I've had that where it's
like
like,
2.
Damn, that's
that
crazy.
overlap.
yeah, where it's like, but you
I'll
gotta
say,
put
like-
yourself. I'm really putting myself
I'll
on
say,
blast, but I
like-
don't care. But yeah,
3, 4 at most. Like, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
You brave.
she a
You
dog.
real strong.
She a
You
dog. I ain't-
strong one.
Like, listen,
Give it
this
a
one-
dog award.
this
We need
one-
a
this
dog.
one-
Nah, she's not lying
one-
though. She's really strong
Listen,
though.
but
This one's a
dog alone.
fantabulous
She really
photographer. He does my
strong.
pictures.
She is.
This other one builds my furniture. He always be buying me food.
He said,
the
"Builds
other
her
one,
furniture."
listen,
To listen.
Nah, that's crazy.
Listen, she might tell a joke, but she'll never tell a lie. I'm just saying.
Why do y'all women love handymen so much for real? Though?
Nah,
I'm
so
because
you
because
don't,
that
I
shit?
can't do that shit, and I
listen,
don't want to do that shit.
you don't got the same
What the
lineup.
fuck?
Like when you look at stuff like I need like, let me make sure I got a dude that can at least give me like $200 a month.
I don't really
I
be
gotta
tripping
do-
about money.
No, I'm just saying like it could be anything. Like somebody buy me food, groceries. Make sure I gotta do that Uber Eats. Like you don't
It's a
got to
must.
line
I
up
just
like that.
I
It's a
just got
must.
I just got to that point in dating
said
where
it's a
that's
must.
actually something I'm looking for
Yeah.
No, it's a
longevity.
must.
Right.
Like I feel like before I
She
was
said
just
it's a
dating to
must.
date,
Why
and
is it
now
a
I'm
must,
actually
Carissa?
looking
Carissa?
for something.
Why is
you-
it?
Yeah,
Why
tell
is
me
it
why
a
it's a
must?
must.
Because we all understand the values when it comes to the nature between male and female, right? If a man is trying to come into my life and expecting me to take him seriously, then you need to be my provider. You need to provide in some way, shape, or form. I'm not expecting you to come throw thousands of dollars at me, but I'm expecting you to pour into my cup financially.
So if he
Hell
ain't paying
yeah.
your bills either much,
You don't need to pay my bills, but you definitely
Yo,
need
throw
to
me a 20 for gas.
Nah,
Yeah.
little shit like that.
Send me
Okay,
5
we
to
going
get
out
lunch.
To dinner. You broke
Nah,
a
you
little
should
$100
never-
dinner bill.
you should never pay when you go to dinner, especially if it's his
Absolutely not.
idea. That's crazy.
Exactly, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So simple
Right.
shit like
What?
that. Like
And you're expecting
If
me
it's
to
his
be a
idea.
wife
Alright,
for
we-
you?
Unless
This
you're in a
nigga
relationship,
Pat
that's
lying.
different. If it,
I
bro,
mentioned,
I've never had somebody
for
pay
example,
when-
if I mentioned,
Unless
I
they're
just
my
got my
girl.
car inspected today.
if I
Yeah,
was
I
Here
my-
go,
never-
oh here go
that's my girl.
$40.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Little shit like that.
Y'all
What?
never went out to eat and pay for another.
I
dude?
absolutely
I
have.
have.
I
Just 'cause
absolutely
y'all
have.
night, I know
I
that
just did it the
fun.
other day. I absolutely
What you
have.
do one of these?
Yeah, I know.
Nah, we gonna
Like,
talk
nah,
about this
we
after.
gonna, we gonna.
So
I
you was
absolutely
over here
did.
fronting to your friend. She didn't even know that.
That's
She knew
cra-
we was
no, 'cause
going
she-
out. She just did.
Ooh.
I made it
Wow.
happen. I had to.
The truth comes out right here.
Oh,
I
because
like
it was his
that.
birthday.
Yeah,
It was his
Oh,
birthday,
wow,
dinner.
that's
That's
different. You
I
was
was
over
just
there
other night.
shaking your ass,
That's
showing
what
your
I'm saying.
titties, and
Okay.
paying for food. I like that.
You're
shit,
out
Tay.
of this fucking
That's what's up.
realm, bro.
He said
Please.
she's the full
Good
package.
shit, Tay.
I like
You
that.
got a lighter? Good shit. Nah, I
Nobody
like
got a
that.
That's
lighter. What you need
crazy.
a lighter for?
But
Like,
yeah, I
test it.
don't listen. I'm at a certain
Okay,
age.
right at
If
the
you
lens.
can't
Literally
provide for me, right?
Mhm.
At this age, if you cannot provide for me, we have, and I don't mean again, like she said, throwing $1,000 paint on my bills.
Nah,
and
but
stuff.
Tay, I met some women
But-
that straight up like, not gonna lie, like barely met them, and they like, oh, you're not gonna pay for my nails, and it's cool.
That's
cool,
but
but
that's
guess
a
what? No,
selective
no, no.
group.
Nah, but listen, I ain't even hung out with them yet. Like, shorty.
Okay, but hear me out.
But listen,
Hear me
what
out.
do
That,
y'all
but
rather
this
just-
is why. This is why. Here's the problem. Everybody.
I ain't never even seen you. Like,
This
we ain't
is the
never been
problem.
That's
out,
because
vibe,
women
like,
don't know how to play the game.
Yeah,
You
it's
just
bad
don't.
work.
You don't come around and just start asking a motherfucker for money. You have to at least give the intention that you're gonna fuck with him in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Also,
You don't
as
just,
a man, you
Talk
should
that
be.
game.
You should be. If
No, for real.
as,
though.
as a
That's true.
man, you should be selective with what women, because there's a pattern. If that keeps happening to you, it really
you
also
mean?
comes down to who you're picking.
But is it a product? But is it a product of these new age men that just throw money to get women's
Absolutely,
attention?
absolutely.
So-
That's like it's a product. Men do that at times because a lot of women make that the only expectation.
That and men don't know to talk.
But
so, like, men
but
that
there
know to
goes
talk
that
is
that
different.
everybody tries to say that
But-
all niggas are the same, all bitches are the same. Nah, it's the ones
Mm-mm.
you're picking that are the same.
Mhm.
Yeah, but what if like I'm not that kind of person? Like if you're not my joint, I'm not buying you shit.
Right.
But if I
You
want to fuck with
understandable.
you,
That's
I'll
respectful.
rather
Right.
just say, listen, I got X amount of money.
Mhm.
How much it is for your pussy? That's it.
Okay.
There's no.
Good night.
Why do I need to talk
Good
to you?
night.
Why do we need to
Yeah.
act like we about to hang out and be in
Okay,
a relationship?
okay.
Nobody's
saying?
saying that, but if we're saying like relationship wise,
Oh, that's
let's be
different.
realistic. No relationship is 50-50 all the time. Sometimes it's 80-20. Sometimes it's 60-40, whatever the
Yeah.
case may be.
Actually,
My expectation is that when I'm down, you can hold me up because God forbid I
For
have a
sure.
child. You support my child? If you can't support me to some degree, mentally, emotionally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if
Nah, I
you can't
agree.
even provide in that way, how are you going to provide for my child?
Nah, I agree.
I might as well have that child by myself because I can pay for it.
I also expect, like, if my man is not bringing money to the table, right? You gotta at least have some sort of plans or ideas,
Ambitions, goals,
You know what I'm saying?
something.
Something.
Because if
what
it
can
just,
we do
if I'm
to
just
get it
paying the bills
together?
and you just laying at home,
Something to keep the fire.
what am
burning.
I? I'm your caretaker now? You laying in bed for the last like 7 days in a row while I'm going to work?
y'all be using
Get a
people for a
grip.
meal.
Using people for a meal, I can go get the meal myself.
You
But if
supposed
you
to.
offer,
I
but
know,
if you offer to
but
get
I
that
will
meal,
say-
I'm gonna
not
take the
saying y'all
meal.
do this, but what I do see, I've been around females that do it. They would literally just flirt with a dude to go to their favorite restaurant and they ain't got paid.
No,
'cause
I
they
don't
know.
do that, bro.
Nah,
I'm just gonna
I
take
don't
that.
even have time to
Exactly,
go
bro.
out to eat.
Like, what are we
I
talking
would
about?
rather. I would
Nah,
rather you
y'all
just
don't got
cash
time to
out.
go out to eat.
Nah, I would.
It's true.
It's true.
She said, "I'd rather you
It's
just cash out me
true.
the
I'd
money
rather you just
rather-
cash out me the money. Why are we playing these games? I'm
Okay.
not.
Exactly. What are you talking about?
They
Go
take you
for a
nowhere.
free meal? What am I, the homeless?
Take you
I don't
right
need the free
outside.
meal.
What am I, the
It's in
home?
the
I'm not
cash.
Send me
saying that.
my phone
I'm not
bill
saying
money.
that,
What are you
but
talking about?
I'm not saying that, but like she said, it's part of playing the game, right? Like,
Yeah, but I'm not playing the game for no goddamn friendly.
Just not just for the free meal. If I'm
Thank you.
intending to fuck with a guy and like, all right, I'm trying to see
Yeah.
what this could be, what this relationship could, become, then I'm gonna go out to eat with
Yeah.
you.
right.
But if I'm not just going out just because I want free dinner.
Yeah, no. And if I want to go to
Right.
my favorite restaurant, guess what? I have a best friend right here that we could just go.
I
And
love that.
that bill
I
gonna
like
get
that.
paid.
Right.
What am I?
Or just
What do
stay
I
your
need?
ass in the
And we
crib.
gonna have a
3-4
better
times a
time.
Stay
night.
your ass in the crib. Like,
Ex- Exactly.
Yeah.
What am I doing that for a free meal? And what if I don't
All the
even
time.
like? I don't like your personality. Now I gotta pretend like I give a fuck about everything you
Mhm.
talking
Right,
about, and I
just
know
to
I
eat.
don't.
right.
I'm not putting myself through the stress, bro. It's
That's
not,
what I'm saying. Don't you rather when somebody just keep it 100? Like, listen,
Absolutely.
I like when girls got red nails. I want to give you $50, get your nails done, so you can play with my meat.
If you my man,
Know what
I'm
I'm
doing it.
Shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you my man, I'm doing it. Yeah, go ahead and send it. Send it.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to the
She know
nail
what she
salon
doing.
right
Yeah,
now.
she know what she doing. She get the nail done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes you
Right.
just go through things because it's routine, or it seems like
Yeah.
it's better to have that conversation, or but you really just want to get right to it. So just get to it.
People
Just
listen.
get to-
People either hate me or they love me because I'm the most blunt motherfucker around.
Nah, she definitely is.
very
I ain't
truthful.
gonna
Damn.
say nothing that she
I'm not
funny
gonna
though.
s-
She
you know-
straight up. Nah, she funny as hell though.
Very honest.
She honest
you
as a
do?
motherfucker.
What
like,
you mean? What's that? You want me to tell
she
a secret?
honest, she
Like-
honest as a
Nah,
motherfucker.
Story
my soul
time.
pad was
Right.
getting
Nah,
clean.
she
Tell us
honest. She
scary
just
stories.
honest. Like I respect that. I respect women that are honest and don't front. I'd rather you be. I don't care what you is. Just
Right.
if
Just
you
keep
honest
it
with
a
your shit,
bean.
yeah.
Literally.
Listen,
you have to see it
is
this
what
way.
I
What do you
want
have to
out of you.
lose?
If you can't do this for me, then I don't want to really talk to you. I'm not
Right.
looking for a relationship right now. We could
Mhm.
do what you want to do.
Mhm.
Other than that, I'll see
Right.
you later.
It's
Right.
that simple.
Or, hey, I'm looking for a relationship right now. I'm not fucking around. I'm not here for just a one night thing.
Mhm.
And this is what it is. It depends on, you know what I'm saying, what stage you're going through in life. It's
Yeah.
like, just
It's
be
honestly-
honest. What is the
Honestly, it's sad that we make it that it's impressive when people are that like genuine and honest. We're adults. There's certain
Right.
shit there's certain stresses and shit you shouldn't even want to deal with off of the strength. You got
That's
bills
true.
coming in on the first, and you
Because-
stressing about this nonsense.
Because there's plenty of people that, let's say you don't want to really fuck with somebody for real, right? And the person you want wants you for real. There's plenty of other people that you can go fuck with instead of trying to drag that motherfucker through the fucking mud,
Literally.
knowing that you don't want to fuck with them for
Literally, why are you even stressing yourself out? Because you know that person is just gonna
Right.
be like, "Oh my god, like, can we
Mhm.
talk?" Like that, nagging you about shit. Like,
real. Now you're
Why do you-
annoyed. Now you at work and phone
oh,
calls.
now they blowing your phone up, and you acting like they the
Nah, that's
problem.
not-
You
that's
We've
shoulda
been
told
through
them-
this too.
I know, I
I
can-
was gonna say we looking
Literally,
at
we
y'all
can
ass a lot.
we can
Yeah,
improv
y'all
right
speaking
now.
from experience.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like,
I feel
what the hell are you doing?
Okay, but if y'all was in relationships, right? How would y'all rate, like from a 1 to 10? How would y'all rate yourselves as a spouse? And be honest, don't be on that.
I was being,
don't
I've
be on that
been,
bullshit.
I've been real self-reflective. If I'm being honest, at most a 7 on a good
I
day.
like that. I like
On
that.
a
That's
good day.
Or a
Because-
spouse. Let me tell you something. I'm not even thinking about marriage right now.
Yes,
Why?
but if
But-
if you just if you
Like a
just cut it,
significant
like-
other.
Yeah,
in
let's,
general?
it don't gotta be spouse, but just as a significant other.
I'm a 5. Because, let me tell you why.
I like
This is
that.
honest. You know what I'm
out
saying?
here
It's
because-
honest,
and
at
I'm
least.
being
I like
serious
that.
because
Yeah,
I'm out
she
here
said a
because
5.
I've tried to have serious relationships
That
over
means
the
I'm
past couple of
joking.
years, and because I'm out here doing promiscuous things, I'm modeling, I'm out here showing my ass to the world, OnlyFans, this, that, and the third. why the hell is anyone gonna take me seriously?
You want
It's not
free
gonna
promo?
happen.
There it is.
We're not
Yeah,
free
you right.
promoing.
Eh,
OnlyFans page. No
No free
promo.
promo
Alright.
on the
Okay,
OnlyFans?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
Backslash.
That's
definitely
what she's talking about.
go hit the link in my bio. My Instagram is at
Good work, good
Eves
work.
Empire. That's
Okay.
EVES Empire, EMPIRE.
They gotta
Right.
pay money or is it free?
It's a free link.
They going to
subscribe.
subscribe.
Have a good time.
They gonna subscribe.
Nah, but for real, there's certain. I had to look back, like after all the times I got cheated on, and like
Mhm.
all my past relationships went to shit, and I was always like, it's their fault, like, because outright it is to like the community, it is.
Yeah.
But like then I was like, okay,
To
but
the
what's the
community.
what like you know, to the outside society, they would
society.
look at it and be like, okay, nah, he's wild,
Right.
but what is the pattern?
Right.
I have to be contributing to this in some way, and that's not to say that
Mhm.
like if somebody whooping your ass, you contributing to that. But what is the pattern?
No,
like,
yeah.
What is
For example,
why
me
is
and
that
her,
coming
me
on
and her
to you?
always have the conversation. She
Mhm.
be because we're completely different in our dating styles,
Mhm.
and like she be choosing like fix me up niggas. Like she gotta because she really do be the package deal most of the times,
Right.
and then she gotta fucking put a nigga through boot
Fix
camp just
me
to be
up
her.
niggas.
Literally, I
Not
literally.
fix me up, though. That's
She's not
crazy.
wrong. It's the
No,
Virgo in me. I
serious.
really like. I don't
It's
know.
the
I always
Virgo.
felt
And
like
then
I
I
wanted
be
to help
dating,
people.
and then we're complete opposites.
September
I be
8th.
dating motherfuckers that have to fix me and go through all my bullshit.
We get to see the
It's a
exact.
file
We
cabinet.
literally get to see like relationships from two completely different perspectives.
she's
Basically,
still very
it's
young,
very
though.
interesting. You know
Right.
what I'm
She's
saying? It's
having a
very
Like
lot of
interesting.
I don't know. Can I say it? Like
Yeah.
she's always been the one to get cheated on.
It's
Like,
true.
She gets
It is
cheated on.
true.
And I'm always the
That's
cheater.
'cause Tay is super nice. That's
And,
why.
and I've
Exactly,
been a cheater.
because I like to
I've-
fix people up.
And not
She's
that I
super
know
nice.
of. I might have been cheated on by one of my exes, maybe, possibly.
We never know,
You know what
right?
I'm
There's
saying?
certain things that we
Yeah,
don't
right.
know.
You never know.
Like,
But like from what I know, I've never had. I don't understand that pain. What I do
shit
understand
hurt.
is the pain of being the villain in somebody else's story.
And I
because
never
that
got
shit
to see
hurt
that
just as
perspective
bad.
until
You know what I'm saying?
being friends with her. It taught
Yeah.
me a lot though, because you
Having
do have to see both sides.
Making your bed and then having to lay in it and losing a person that you really care about
Yeah.
because of that is
Think about it.
far worse than somebody else doing something. to you.
Nah,
Right.
she's not wrong. Because think about it. I tell people all the time. Last person I was dealing with, they messed up. I told them straight up. I said, you wouldn't even want to be with me. What now? And because I'll tell you this right now. I'm the type of person I can't let that shit go. I'm gonna throw it in your face. I'm gonna argue with you about it. I'm gonna never trust you. I might even cheat on you. And if I don't, I'm gonna drive you to cheat on me. I'm gonna treat you like shit and accuse you of all these things until you're finally like, well, she doesn't believe me anyways.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Nah,
like she
literally,
takes
that's
you around the
exactly
crib
what the
and
fuck would
argue with you,
happen, and
too.
that's exactly how it happens every time. That's the pattern.
Rate yourself more. Come on, give me
Females.
some. Rate
But how
yourself.
can
I'm
men
gonna-
Nah.
respect me if I don't have enough self-respect
Before
to
we
leave in
get
that?
there, since
Not
you
even rate
guys have
yourself.
been in relationships, do you determine you're going to be in a relationship before you meet a man, or it's based off the vibes when you actually meet a man? So do you have that
Nah,
mind
when I
state
meet
prior?
a man.
Yeah, based off the vibe.
Yeah, I have to get to know you and things of that sort first.
So you could sell your pussy on Wednesday and be in a relationship on Monday.
Okay.
Okay,
You
no,
wanna go?
it doesn't work like that.
No, that's not my
Can you
cup
pass it away?
my cup is empty. No, that's not how it works. Don't piss me off.
Alright, nah, I was just making sure.
So leave.
No. I feel like if you're already, I guess, for lack of a better term, searching for a relationship, you're not thinking about that.
Right, so your
You know what I'm
your
saying?
mind is already made up that
Yeah,
now I want
like
to be in a relationship.
and now I'm weeding them out.
Right, I feel you.
If I
Yo.
talk to you and I don't like the vibe, oh,
I ain't gonna lie to
I'm
you.
not even gonna do this.
Y'all don't have one person in your life, maybe even be past, whatever. Not definitely past, but like if they came back, you done throw your phone in the ocean and all that, like
Yep.
you restarting everything.
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
She
With
just
them?
said it.
Me
I'm not
too.
gonna lie.
Me
At
too.
one point, I thought I did, but who they are now, like getting to know them at this age now,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want them now.
But that's because you always were the good. You
Oh,
were always the catch.
I know.
You've never fucked up.
Yeah,
Fucked up so bad
I
that
never-
like, and
yeah.
then not been able to like reprieve yourself from it.
never. And
That
so
shit
I
is
don't know what that.
crazy.
To me, I'm always like, I really am the prize, bro. At the end of the day, if you're my man, I'm gonna give you the world. Like
Right.
I hate to say
She-
it, but it's true.
No,
Yeah,
her
you
personality
think you
really
choose-
runs deep like
Yeah,
that.
I'm
You
gonna
think
give you
you choose
everything
that
under the
dynamic?
sun.
Fellas
Dynamics
about,
on
fellas about to
purpose.
be in the DMs after they see this episode. They gonna
You choose those
Please.
dynamics on
Mhm.
purpose?
Do I? You know what it is? I think what drives that is the fact of me wanting so badly what I didn't get to experience growing up. Like I didn't have parents that were so madly in love that they just cared for each other. You know, I got the exact opposite. I literally strive every day to have the exact opposite. It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Right.
Right.
Because you want it
Just
so
the same.
bad.
Yeah, because sometimes like it's like, okay, you might want that so bad, but you're focusing so much on what not to have and what not to be that you're not
Right.
even realizing what you actually might need.
Right.
What is actually going to serve a purpose in your life.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah.
No more. I want to hear your rate though, bro. Not that I care deeply, but I do.
Not
do
that I
believe
care
that,
deeply.
What you mean by rate?
That's like 1 through 10. What would you say you would be as a potential spouse? It's actually a question for you,
Crickets.
Yeah, because I guess I don't really know, but I guess a fiance is a spouse. I don't really know, but
What
Significant
would
other
you
in
be, man?
general.
As a
Jesus
boyfriend, what do you think you
Christ.
are? 1
Yeah.
through 10. You want me to go first?
nah, probably like on a good day, like
On a good
Yeah,
day,
on a
it's
good day,
so
like-
go by the days,
On a
nigga.
good
Like
day,
we're
like
talking
a
about
eight.
a
Tuesday.
Like, round it out.
Phil
Round it
here.
out.
Go ahead.
a good day, like
Give
an
us the
8.5.
sum of all days.
8.5?
What's the
That's
total?
good.
On
What's
a
a bad day?
day, like a 6. So I
Bad
say
day is a
somewhere in
6?
between
Okay,
there. I'm like
okay,
a
okay.
7.
Yeah, but on a bad day, I could be a 1, and on a good day, I could be an 11. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
now what would you say Moo is like
Yeah.
a
Solid
straight up
number.
solid number? Like what you on a yearly basis?
7. My worst thing is that I'm so like, I don't want to say the wrong thing or downplay like cheating or talking to other women, but I'm so like free. Like I just like,
He be cheating or talking
Even
about
when I'm
women.
with-
he want an open
For
relationship.
free?
nah, I don't want no open relationship because ain't nobody cat in my joint.
See?
Yeah,
That's what I
exactly.
mean.
But
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
Please,
all
you
I'm
know you love
saying
your
is-
girl.
Yeah, I'm saying ain't nobody cat in my joint. I'm just
You want to hear what's crazy? The person that I said that I would throw my phone in the ocean for,
Mm-hmm.
that person has talked to me. She knows this person has talked to me multiple times about talking to other women and being with other women, and I was really willing not to fuck with no other
Nobody.
nigga for him, letting him fuck
It
with other
happens like
girls.
that.
That's how madly in love I was.
Nah, but
Yeah.
that's
It happens though. There's people that do that.
that's
for
my
biggest
worst
downfall.
quality. Even if I'm out with my joint, I'll see a joint. I'm like, damn, baby, look at her titties.
Damn.
So like,
I'm knocking your fucking chest in.
nah, you gotta have a joint that
I
understands
can point
that.
it out. You can't point it
Yeah,
out.
I ain't gonna
'Cause
lie.
now it's getting crazy. Now you're getting comfortable.
Nah.
There was one. There was one relationship I was in just like that, saying that, but I wouldn't say it. My eyes just like I do this thing where I scan, like I see a
Real
beautiful
quick.
woman,
All men
and it's
do,
like boom,
please.
boom, boom. Nah, but it got to a point where she was
Nigga
like,
said boom, boom,
"You
boom."
deliberately doing it in front of me," and I'll be like,
Deliberately.
"So look,
Girl,
look.
you
So
better
say
keep
the
him at
screen.
home then.
Nah, don't say the screen is over there, right? I'm sitting there, I see a joint coming, I'm like this. She come by my eyes.
My
girl,
son's sitting
girl
there
like this, girl like this in my face.
Nah.
Looking at me.
Go
I
ahead,
said,
look,
yeah.
look.
And then even accused me of looking. I'm like, yo, I just seen a whole layup just happen on the basketball game. Like, I ain't seen nothing. But I definitely done seen it came down over there. You know what I'm
He
saying?
said no
So-
worries.
Came down.
My
It's like,
peripheral
already
vision
over
is
there,
nice.
yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
certain women don't like that shit. Certain women can accept it.
Nah, I just
Yeah,
think it's
so-
boundaries.
Men are
like,
gonna look. That's not the problem.
right, you gotta look, but don't touch.
Just
And
You know what
that's-
you
Not
gotta
to
do as a
cross the
female,
line.
right? I'm gonna spit some game right now. As a female, just to
She
save
talking that
yourself,
shit,
the
yeah.
second you see a baddie, you be like, babe, look.
Look.
Babe, look.
Just
You
get it
gotta be the
over
one
with.
to
As a
Exactly.
female,
That's
as a
what
You
I'm
know what I'm
saying.
saying? Just be
Just
dominant
in
about
this-
it.
look,
You already
like-
know he gonna look.
Exactly. Let's
Yeah.
let's
But
address
so-
the elephant
and
in
so
the
one
room.
day
She
you
got
get that
Tonka
really
trucks
horny
on her
motherfucker
back.
That you ain't know was really
Sometimes
horny
that
and
don't work.
Nah.
run down on the bitch.
That bitch gonna
on
be
the
like this,
bathroom.
yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now if I point her out and she's like, oh yeah, if you like, oh yeah, I'm about to go Baghdad. I'm knocking your chest in. Are you crazy?
Nah, it don't be nothing
We
like
could
that.
point it out because like let's address the elephant. I looked, so I know you looked. Like, come on, she's
Yeah, I
fine. Let's
hate
just
that.
point it out.
I hate
Like,
that. I'm just looking
come
at the room. Shit.
I might as
Now
well
you
just
not-
skip
stop- cut that
skip
shit.
the
Nah,
nonsense and get
I'm
straight to
kinda
the
tired
tired
point.
I
Heard
said
it all,
that,
baby.
and
Come on.
now y'all done ran with it and got hit. That's not who I am. I
That's
didn't say-
not who I am.
I did not say I
excuse.
go out with my
Hey.
joint and I be high on that other joints. I'm just saying that I have no issue, and vice versa. Like she could look at another dude and be like, "Yo, his outfit is fire. Or he got nice waves." Like I'm cool. None of that stuff bother me. But I'm saying for myself, I need to do more looking than touching, or versus touching. But that's really it. Anything else? I'm saying I'm good, bread.
So you a 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
7.
So you a 7.
So you a
That's
Pause.
basically what.
That's
What
the
about you,
conclusion.
Pat? You
Pause.
asking all of us. What about
I ain't gonna
you?
lie, I'll probably
Because
like,
it's given 5.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he's
like, it's like I would
Listen,
say
I'm
it's
a 5.
Oh, shit.
I ain't gonna lie. Now I would say it's 6.
This just sounds
Damn.
clean.
It sounds
man.
clean,
This
but
is-
reason I say
Right,
this
he was so confident in that.
now because the reason
He
I
said,
say
"Nah, I'm
this
sure
is
of
because
it."
And he
now I'm
slapped
like
his
I'm at a
arm like-
different
he
stage.
said, my shit is a 6.
I'm
Yeah,
definitely
trying
a
to
6.
think. It hurts. You know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt.
It's like you gotta squeeze in.
He said, it's not a question in my
Slipping
mind
the
if I'm a
Band-Aid
6.
off.
When you younger though, you think like for me when I was younger, it's like all right, I play the game, I do what I do, and that's what it is. But as you get older, you start to be like, I don't gotta really front. Like when I was young, I just be like, I'm gonna tell them everything they want to hear. I'm gonna get it that way. It's easy as light. And then you get to a point where you just like, nah, I'm gonna just tell them what it is. And if they with it, they ain't. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I've been through hurt. I've done bad things. I've been through something bad. So it kind of changed my
Best of
outlook
both
on
worlds.
shit. Right. So I had the best of both worlds. It kind of changed my outlook. So like sometimes I ain't gonna lie, there be women that hit me up like 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh, let's link, and I'm just like, "Man, I'm tired. Fuck that.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Back in the
Gotta work
day,
in the
1 o'clock. Oh,
Hit
you
him
in
up,
Brooklyn?
I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. But now it's like, so I would just say at 6 because I would just be telling women straight up like, I just can't do the one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if I do, I can't give you my full attention. I got so many other things going on, whether it be my son, this stuff, like all that. So it's like I can't give you that full. Unless you
Yeah.
really knock my socks over, I'm like, I love you. I
Right,
can't.
you
I
That's
hustling,
the
can't do
thing,
that.
though.
Right.
Yeah.
Working.
You get a
Word.
certain age, kids play a factor in everything
Yeah.
relationship wise, even if you
Right.
don't have some,
Like-
because you probably not sleeping with that person protected if you're with them,
Right.
and that's a possibility, and you have to be
Right.
realistic with that. If
Right.
it anything you do at this point in age, you should be considering a child.
Right.
Truthfully.
Right.
Right.
Like I
protect
have a
yourself.
child and I'm literally so busy and it's like I would love nothing more than to sit home with my daughter and spend so much time with her. But at the end of the day, I am a single mother, so it's like I have to be the breadwinner. I don't have nobody giving me money.
Right.
My baby father's not on child support. It's none of that. So it's like he gives me half the daycare money every week and he's there for his daughter. So it's like I essentially have to be the one that goes out and gets the bread. Where is there time to date? I'm out here trying to balance being a mother.
That's why we say we don't have
getting to
time.
money, my
We
gotta pay the
aspirations, my
bills.
dreams. I go to the gym too. I
Right.
can't.
Should I
Nah,
make
nah,
this
nah.
episode end on a good note or a bad note? What y'all really feeling?
Nah, but
Ended
that
on a lighter
before
note.
we
What
A
y'all?
lighter
You
note,
want me to do on a
yeah.
lighter note? All right.
that'll help
Absolutely.
you. That'll help you in the long run.
Right,
I feel
right.
like once your child gets to that age, where you can communicate more as an adult with your child, they'll understand your struggles and
For
help
sure.
you out.
Yeah,
and-
absolutely.
and be more gracious towards your hustle as well. So I
Right.
think it's good. It'll also give you time if you don't want to have any more children
Right.
to still live and build your life. Because with a 2-year-old at 21, before you even experience real life, or by the time you get to 30, you're gonna have a teenager. So
The scariest
Yeah.
thing to see, though, is to see some of your qualities in them. That's not. I'm gonna say not so good, but it's like,
That you didn't
oh,
want in
boy, like my
them
son.
gonna
I'll
happen.
give you
necessarily.
an instance. My son one time he crawled out of his bed, came to my bed. He's probably like 4 at the time, no 3, and I'm sleeping still. So I wake up, he laying next to me. I'm like, what's he doing? So I lift my head up. I'm like, you good? He puts his arm across my pillow. I'm like, so I just lay down joking around, like laying on his arm. He gonna roll me into his arm and kiss me. I'm like, and he said, I love you, Dad. I said, boy, you do this to a female, I'm gonna be a young grandpa. Like, we not gonna do this shit. So it's like the smooth stuff. I'm like, no. But like he's saying, like, you grow and they gotta learn from what you did. So
Right.
I hope my son does learn from the mistakes I made. You know what I'm saying?
I
Still has a
think
good
that
heart, but
we all, as parents, anybody that's a parent out there, can relate to having guilt. No matter how hard you try to be a good parent, there is no rule book to this shit.
Right.
So it's just
Right.
like, as your children get older and they understand, like you said, it's like once they get to their teenage years and the hormones start running, they're always gonna have something to complain
Right.
about.
Yeah,
Always,
they're
you
always
know
gonna
how you
make
were with your
mistakes,
parents.
For
You know what
sure.
I'm saying?
for sure.
I think we need to lose
I
an
blame my mother
expectation or two.
for a lot of things
Mhm.
until I became a mother myself. So it's
Mhm.
like, at the end of the day, there is no right or wrong on how to be a good parent. You know?
Right.
Yeah,
So-
there's not.
For sure. I just want to tell all of y'all, thank you very much for the first episode in this beautiful new studio. Shout out to Ben.
you
Shout
already
out
know.
to Katie. Shout out to all of them that did their
Yes,
thing with the
thank
painting,
you.
with
Yes, happy
everything.
to be back in
We
action.
appreciative. Plenty more episodes coming. Alyssa, you did your thing. I love the honesty, the
Mhm.
brutal honesty, the savage
Appreciate
mode.
it.
I appreciate it. And that's
Perfect
really it,
first
man.
guest back.
Everybody,
Perfect one.
check out obviously this new episode and look out for the next collection of clothes that is coming out for the Culture Shock wave. So we're very appreciative. Shout out to Ben again, and this is Culture Shock. Later, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.
Gang.